am going to review my German numbers because, as some of you know, I am trying to add on 21 through 30 with my German numbers. I feel like we already have 0 through 20 down. Um, Now it's just a matter of adding on from there. So I will be going over that, and I'm also going over the rooms in the house. And let's go. I'm going to start with 0. Null, ein. Paul, good morning, Paul. Null, ein, zwei, drei, vier, fünf, sechs, sieben, acht, nine, 10. 11 through 20. Joshua Gabriel, welcome in, welcome in. F, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, the reason why I think 21 through 30 is kind of tricky for me, well, I'm going to say 21 through 29. Because it's really, if you translate it, it's saying like 1 and 20, 2 and 20, 3 and 20. So I'm going to have to get that out of my head. But it was just interesting when I was going over it that that's the way it translates. But I'm just going to say it the way it is and not think too much into how it would be said in English. So let's go. From 21 to 30. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 is 30. 30. 30. So I'm going to try to do my numbers all the way through to 30 without stopping, and hopefully I don't do too much hiccup. If I if I feel like I'm pronouncing something wrong or saying something wrong, I am going to check my notes. So I'm going to try it again. Null, ein, zwei, drei, vier, fünf, sechs, sieben, acht, neun, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, I got to get better at that, but I'm going to keep on practicing. I'm going to keep on practicing. Welcome in the chat. So the days of the week, we are going to try to start saying what the day before was, what today is, and what yesterday will be. So, heute it is Freitag, and let's see. I always forget the yesterday. Gestern, it start with a G. That's it. I was right. Gestern war. Gestern war. So yesterday was Thursday. Gestern war Donnerstag. Gestern war Donnerstag. Gestern war Donnerstag. Heute it is Freitag. Morgen is Samstag. I gotta say that one again because I don't feel too comfortable with the way I was saying it. Okay. Gestern war Donnerstag. Heute ist Freitag. Morgen ist Samstag. Gestern war Donnerstag. Heute ist Freitag. Morgen ist Samstag. So that's yesterday was Thursday. Today is Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday. But like I said, I don't want to say too much in English. Um, I kind of like to say more in my target language, but if I have to remind myself what it is, then of course I'm gonna translate it um, in my head. But I want to try to speak as much as I can in my target language. So gestern war Donnerstag, gestern war Donnerstag, gestern war Donnerstag, gestern war Donnerstag. Heute ist Freitag. Morgen ist Samstag. Morgen ist Samstag. Gestern war Donnerstag. Heute ist Freitag. Morgen ist Samstag. I had to look. I had to look for yesterday was because I forgot. I just knew it started with a G. I was like, good, 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 good. So it's gestern war. Yesterday, gestern war. So I got to get used to saying that because I kind of got stuck on that one this morning. Gestern war, gestern war. So anytime I'm reviewing and I find myself getting stuck on something or not really being able to say it right off the top of my head, then that's something that I know I have to keep saying throughout the day. That's something that I need to work on. So I put like a little mark next to it to remind me to work on that one. So gestern war, heute ist, and morgen ist. But gestern war is the one that I kind of got stuck on. Gestern war, gestern war Donnerstag. Heute ist Freitag. Morgen is Samstag. I'll be working on that one more today. The rooms of the house. The rooms of the house, starting with the bedroom. Das Schlafzimmer. Schlafzimmer. Das Schlafzimmer. The bedroom. Das Schlafzimmer. Bathroom. Das Badezimmer. Badezimmer. Das Badezimmer. The office. Das Büro. Das Büro. The dining room. Das Esszimmer. Das Esszimmer. Now, for the office, das Büro, every time I say it, I kind of see the word in my head, if that makes any sense. But I kind of see the word in my head, and like the bathroom, uh, I try to picture the word and the actual, like whatever it is in my head while I'm saying it because I want to be able to read German as well. So I I want to be able to pronounce it and be able to identify what it is if I have to read a sign or something like that. So, um, yeah, the dining room was Essa Zimmer. I remember that because Essa is like eating and Zimmer is room. So that's Essa Zimmer. The kitchen, die Küche, die Küche. The living room, Van, das Wohnzimmer, das Wohnzimmer. The closet, the Schrank, the Schrank. das Schlafzimmer, das Schrank, das, hello, das Schlafzimmer, der Schrank, das Badezimmer, das Büro, das Esszimmer, die Küche, das Wohnzimmer. Wo bist du? Where are you? Wo bist du? Wo bist du? Wo bist du? Wo bist du? Where are you? I'm in. Ich bin in. Ich bin in das Schlafzimmer. Wo bist du? Ich bin in das Schlafzimmer. Wo bist du? Ich bin in das Badezimmer. Wo bist du? Ich bin in das Büro. Wo, wo bist du? Ich bin in das Esszimmer. Wo bist du? Ich bin in die Küche. Wo bist du? Ich bin in das Wohnzimmer. Wohnzimmer. Um, and also we went over how to say he is in or she is in. He is er. Er is in. Er is in. One Love is back. I'm sorry, One Love, I'm taking away ranches for right now, but I'm gonna give them back. I promise, I promise, I promise. And and when I did Joshua Gabriel, he was like, "What happened?" But I promise I'm giving ranches back. I'm just trying to get my watch hours together, and yeah, it's a long story. But welcome in, welcome in. So he is in is is in. Is in. She is in. Z is in. Z is in. One Love, I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope everything is okay. And then if I want to say I'm cleaning, I say ich putze. Ich putze. I'm glad you understand. Yeah, I had an incident where someone was saying that um, if I go without moderators for a while, it's actually better for more people to like more people to actually view your whole live or most of your live, because sometimes you might have one or two moderators that they may see a line that they think is offensive but you don't think it's offensive, or they may see something that they feel like, okay, I'm going to block this person from the channel, and it could have been something small, something that could have been, handled another way. So that means I would actually lose lose watch hours and lose potential subscribers. Traveling. I wanna travel as soon as my doctor give me the okay. Um right now they have given me the permission to drive for like 30 minutes tops, 20 to 30 minutes, but they don't want me to drive when I'm taking my I have my medicine right here so I can tell you the exact name of it. It's certain Tramadol. When I'm on Tramadol or the Oxy, whatever the other one is, I don't know if it's something starting Oxy. If I'm on my pain meds, they don't want me to drive. But I want to travel. Like I actually want to board a flight or get on a cruise ship or something like that. You're not the police. Yeah, when somebody was giving me some tips on gaining my watch hours, they say that sometimes that can be an issue too, having too many moderators. So yeah, I'm just gonna try for a little bit, but I actually like having moderators because sometimes you guys may see something that I don't see that may be way disrespectful or something, and I I can't catch everything, you know. Yep, I think that's the name of it. When I'm on any of those, they say they don't want me to drive at all. But if I'm not taking any payments and I'm just on my, what is it, Panatinib, that's like my TKI, it's like a targeted medication for cancer patients. So when I'm on that, I'm okay. But if I'm taking something strong, they're like, nope. And that's one of my, I want my independence back. I want to be able to like drive myself. I want to be able to go do things that I need to do. I'm still kind of, what they say, my immune system is still like a baby. So they don't want me going into crowded places. They don't want me hugging people. I'm usually not a hugger, but now that they have forbidden me from hugging for like over a year, now I want to hug. And then the main people that they said can hug me don't hug me. Oh, poor me. Poor me. I wanted my husband to hug me for the longest, and they told him, they was like, you can hug her because you're her caregiver. And he just, I think the bald head kind of just like made him not really interested in me anymore at all. But anyway, that's a whole nother situation. So right now I'm just setting my hopes and dreams on when I'm healthy, I can travel, I can try to use my languages. Um, I actually want to go to Germany one day, but I want to go to the beach. I want to go to the beach. Everybody's like, "Oh, you want to go to Berlin? You want to see the sights?" Yeah, I do, but I also want to go to the beach. Where else would I like to go? I would like to go to Ghana one day, eventually, if the Most High sees fit. But and I want to go to Egypt for some strange reason. I don't know why, but I just want to see for myself. No, I didn't see that. But when I was in the waiting room, and I'm just all thrown off right now, but you know what? I need this conversation because I'm glad you brought that up. When I was in the waiting room, this right now, I'm going through this thing with my skin, and it's one of my side effects from the stem cell transplant that I had. I have like what they call, um, what is it? Graft versus host disease. So now it's like my skin feels really, really tight. So it was a guy in the waiting room. His wife was saying that he went for like 2 years with no issues, and then he started having issues with his skin. But his started off being tight, and then he started getting a rash. And his treatment is some sort of light. His treatment is he comes in and he has to lay under some kind of special light, and I did not ask them what was the name of the light or what, you know what? And I really feel like hugs can help a lot. And my husband kept giving me the excuse of, well, I'm waiting for you to get better. I'm waiting for you to get better. But in that moment, I needed a hug. I needed, and like I said, they actually said your caregivers can hug you because they're your caregivers, and all they ask was that when your caregivers go out, they keep their hands washed and stay away from a lot of people too, so that way they can be germ free and they can give me hugs, come visit me, and all of that. Patty's Kitchen Garden More, hello, welcome in. I go outside every day actually, but I don't sit directly in the sun. I sit like under this little gazebo and I just watch my boys play. I try to get them out of the house because I kind of feel bad that ever since I've been sick, I haven't been able to be the mom that I used to be. So I try to let them get some playtime outside. And yeah, for a long time, I wasn't sitting outside at all. Right after chemo, when I got out of the hospital, I was in my room every day, all day. The only time I left my room was when I had to go to do my infusions. You caught me this morning, Miss Patty. I saw you after you used your new hair product. That's the Tabitha Brown thing, isn't it? The Donna's um thing. I need to try that because my hair has gotten to the point where it's growing back, but it's not really the same. I don't know how to explain it. My hair is not the same as it was before I got my treatment. Now my hair is thick still, but it's like a different texture in different spots, if that makes any sense. But I may need to try different um, products. What? That mean I need to run outside when 9 o'clock then. Between 9 and 11. You know what? I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that because I usually go over to the homestead in the afternoon, like around, yeah, it'd be in the afternoon. It's after 11 when I go over there. So you're just giving me all the good tips, huh? And Miss Patty said it's Tabitha and what is that? Gina Woods products. Okay. Because I know you had did a short where you were showing your new product that your daughter had recommended. I don't know if your daughter had got it for you or what, but I saw that, and then I saw you showing your hair, and you was talking about how you didn't have a lot of shedding with that product. And see, that used to be my issue, cause I always have worn my natural hair, and I would have to like detangle in sections because so much shedding. I would wash no matter where I wash my hair, it would just be little pieces of hair everywhere. So the shedding and the detangling process was but it's a part of having natural hair, so I just would have a wash day. I would be like, no, I can't go that day because I'm washing my hair that day. And I know that sounds like weird or whatever, but me washing my hair was an all day process. And you know what? That's how one of my twins' hair is, Miss Patty. Um, my last baby, he has hair that's tighter curls in the front, and then in the back he have very loose curls. Like the texture is different, but it's so obvious. It's not like you have to get all up in there to see the different textures. It's obvious. You can see that the back of his hair is loose curls, like big curls. It actually feels different too. feels softer, and then the top part of his hair is um, tight curls, small curls. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. I guess the next time I go out, I will see the pricing on it and see if I like it. But you say I like it, so I think I might like it then. We was just sitting here talking about the study that they were doing on the lights, and now I'm glad One Love brought that up because I was just talking to someone in the waiting room not too long ago, and that was what they were talking about, some type of light treatment. My skin has been feeling so tight to the point where it hurts. Um, like when I move my hands around my arms, it feels tight behind my elbows, behind my knees, my hands. Even if I stretch out, you would think stretching out would help, but it doesn't. It just, it doesn't. And at first, I thought I was just tripping. Like maybe I'm not stretching enough before I go out and get my little exercise in. So I started stretching more. I started stretching more before and after, and it seemed like it still wouldn't go away. So the last time I talked to my PA, I let her know what I was feeling, and when I said it, she just stopped what she was doing. She stopped and she looked at me and she started looking all behind my arms. She started looking all up and down my arms and everything. She was like, "Have you noticed any rashes? Have you noticed anything else? Any small bumps or anything?" I was like, "No." And she started saying, "Well, we're gonna keep an eye on it because it may be graft versus host disease." Then when she started looking at my legs, then she really was like, "Oh boy, oh boy." I need to really look into that. I know that's confirmation. That's why I was like, when I saw it in the chat, I'm like, "What? This lady in the waiting room was just talking about that with her husband." Because she was trying to assure me because I'm approaching my 1 year, my rebirth, and she was like, "You're gonna do great, sweetie." And she was like, "My husband, he went for like almost 2 years with no issues, and he started having problems with his skin, and that's why we're here now." And she was talking about the light treatment, and then you just put that in the chat about the light. That is major confirmation for me. Oh, okay, Miss Patty, I can get that. You say it's 15 per bottle. DJ Vince rocking. DJ Vince rocking. DJ Vince was out there with that blower like, "Hey, I gotta get this done. I gotta go and get this out the way so I can relax." Sandra D, look at me, I'm Sandra D. DJ Vince rocking. DJ Vince came on was it yesterday morning? I was shocked to get that notification, but by the time I got the notification, you was almost out of there. I was like, "What's going on?" We got to get DJ Vince rocking page up. I'm gonna start like sharing out his page more. I keep telling everybody if I have a celebration or anything, y'all please call DJ Vince rocking. I want him to DJ because I know he'll keep the party going. They always laugh at me. They think I'm playing, but I actually want to celebrate for real. I feel like I went through too much. I just I just want to see everybody laughing and dancing. But I mean, people take things lightly, but when you have been in the hospital for 40 days, and you're not allowed to really be around people. You're not allowed to like hug anybody. It, it kind of bothers you a little bit. Like I say, you don't know what you got till it's gone. And I'm before I went through all this, I wasn't even a hugger. But now it's like I want a hug. I want a hug. And one day I went up to the church and my uncle was coming up to me like he was finna give me a hug, and I had to stop him. I had to tell him I'm sorry, I can't hug. He was like, "Oh, T-Boo," because my uncles call me T-Boo. Oh, T-Boo. So I can't wait till the doctors tell me that I can like be around people and I can just live my life normal. I'm hoping that next month they tell me that I can get back in the garden. So over at the homestead, I've already started like delegating what I want people to do. Like I've been telling like my husband, like, can you put this over here and this over there? But I want to be able to get out there again. Thank you, One Love, for coming in. You have really enlightened me this morning, and you are going to have me doing my research. Thank you so much. And I'm going to ask my doctor about that too, um, to see if it could be an option for me. So I really appreciate you. Yeah, I just wanted to get on here really quick this morning, go over my German. DJ Vince, I heard you know a little German. My brother was once stationed in Germany, and when he was stationed in Germany, he was like, it's almost like he didn't hardly talk about anything. But I was here asking like a million questions. Mind you, I was a kid when he was stationed out there, so uh, I had like a million questions. Like, what did they sound like? What did they do? Uh, how the clothes look? I just had so many questions, and we didn't have cell phones then. So it was like his time on the phone was limited. So he would want to talk to each of us in the house, and he'll be like, "Okay, give mom the phone." Okay, and then he'll talk to mom for a while. Then he'll say, "Is Pop there? Let me talk to Pop for a minute." You know, like so it was back in those days. The kids these days will never know how that feel. Like you have a family member that's like all the way over there, and everybody in the house want to talk to them, but you had to like kind of pass the phone around, especially during the holidays. I remember at one time he was actually over in Desert Storm. He was on active duty, and around the holidays, everybody at my grandmother's house was like so quiet, like they was waiting to see when he was gonna call. He had said he was gonna try to call when he knew everybody was there, and everybody was waiting to see if that phone was gonna ring. So when he was in Germany, it was a little bit different. He still was working, but he was able to talk to us a little bit more then. But yep, I heard DJ Vince know a little German, and I was like, "That's cool. That's what's up." So maybe sometimes he can hear me saying a couple of words, and he'll be like, "Yeah, I knew that." But I'm gonna get it. I feel like German is a strong language. Oh, Sandra D, I'm gonna take away the wrench. I'm gonna give it back. I promise. I promise. But I've been taking wrenches for I'm gonna take them for about a week and see if it makes a difference. Somebody was giving me some pointers on growing my channel, and that's one of the things they was like, take some of the wrenches away or all of the wrenches away for a little bit, and that will push out your channel more. I did not know that. I did not know that. And they were saying that some moderators, um, not saying you, but they were saying that some moderators will block people from your channel or whatever over small things. And then before you know it, you're losing people and you don't know why. So that wasn't the first person that told me that. Another YouTuber also, who was it? Lead Farmer. That farmer also mentioned that to me a while ago, and I just didn't take heed. And he was right. Because when he did it on his page, it actually helped his page to grow when he started taking moderators down. I didn't realize that. Yeah, that's what it was. A couple of people have told me to not have moderators so quick. They was like, now later on you may need at least one or two moderators, but for right now, it's not going to push your channel out as much because your moderators may be something about hindering hindering your channel from being pushed out or something like that. I don't know. I don't know about all the details, but I'm just giving it a try to see if it makes a difference because like I said, it's something going on with my channel. I know people are telling me they do that every year or whatever, but it's something weird going on because my channel went from having over 2,000 and some watch hours to now having 800 and some. Well, now it has gone up to 900, so I guess I'm doing something. But I just didn't feel like that was fair to take that many hours away. It's almost like I'm starting all the way back over from scratch. Good morning, guten morgen, girl. Are you sitting out there with your coffee yet? Yeah, RX Nails be sitting out there with her coffee. Like, yes, today is another work day, and I have three. Sometimes she have four clients, and she be out there like just taking it all in before she start her day. So are you sitting out there with your coffee yet? I have a full day today, y'all. My toddler twins, as some of you may know, they were in Mexico for a while I was going through my treatment and everything. So when they came back, I noticed that every time one of my babies smiled, he had like a cavity back there. So today I'm taking them to the dentist. Y'all, I have anxiety for more than one reason. First of all, my twins are nonverbal, and sometimes they will try to take off running. So, yes, I have the two leash things that people make fun of all the time, but I would rather be safe than sorry. And plus, it's only one me and it's two of them. So, I have to take precaution. I have to be a parent first. I can't worry about what other people think about me. I have to understand that my boys are depending on me doing the responsible things. So the responsible thing for me is to have them with me, have the little leash thing. They're so cute though. They're like the little, they look like little book bags or whatever. But I'm going to do that prank couple cooking series. Miss Patty, you heard the same thing about having the mod. See, I Lab Farmer had mentioned it um, a while ago, and I didn't even think twice about it. I just thought maybe since he's a big, he has tons of subscribers and he had a lot of moderators. So I was thinking maybe he's just going through it because he have a lot of people on his page. But I didn't think that it would bother somebody like a small content creator. Yeah, and then the Nightbot. Oh my goodness, when Sweet Ree had that Nightbot did not like me. I could send Sweet Ree a heart, and that thing would tell me to. I forgot what it was saying, but it would like time me out. It would have it where I can't comment anymore in her lives. And then one time, I just put listening in, and her Nightbot kicked me out again. I was like, you know what? I did not like that Nightbot. I'm like, I haven't done anything, y'all. But that was not the first time I've heard about the having too many moderators can I forgot how they said it, but it's like YouTube won't push your live out that much if you have so many moderators. And then they also said that sometimes you may have a moderator in there that you think is cool with you, or you think have your best interest at heart. But if somebody says something in your chat that does not bother you, it may not bother you. It may just be conversation, back and forth conversation to you, but your moderator may take it as an insult to them, and they will block that person from your channel. And that's the same thing that Led Farmer was saying. He had an issue where somebody emailed him and said, "I've been blocked from your channel and I've been following you for years. What happened?" And they thought that it was Led Farmer that blocked them, but it was one of the moderators that blocked them from his channel. And he was like, "Y'all, I gotta get rid of all my moderators because I don't want I don't want people to feel like I'm blocking them and they're just having a conversation. They're just going back and forth." He said that's what we're here for, is to bounce ideas off of each other. And if you're offended because of an idea that they have or something that they're bringing to the conversation, you cannot block them off my channel. So he tried that for a while where he just took away some moderators, and then he eventually came back and did another video where he said he was taking away all the moderators off of his channel because it was just getting to the point where some of his moderators were uh, blocking people that didn't need to be blocked. And he had, what was it? Then he received something saying that having too many moderators will not, it will do something where they won't push out your lives as much. They could push out your live, but it won't be as much because they see that you have certain amount of moderators. Yeah, Prank Couple Cooking Series, y'all have a lot of moderators also. But see, the thing is, you don't want to offend your moderators either. See, that's that's another thing. So every time I'm taking somebody's wrench, I'm like, "I'm sorry." I'm like apologizing and everything. Like, "I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm just trying to see. I'm gonna do it for a while." Look at this. I'm somebody who practice language, and I'm always saying I'm gonna. Y'all just gonna have to understand. I am a girl from the deep country. I'm from Georgia, and that's the way we talk. So I apologize if I'm not saying it correctly, but I'm gonna. I'm going to see if it makes a difference by me taking away moderators for a while, and I'm gonna see if it helps push my content out a little bit more. Yeah. You blocking me for saying that. Yeah. Don't block me for saying Ghana. It took me years to stop saying yonder. I went to school, y'all, when I was a little girl, and I used to say stuff like, "They gone down yonder. They gone down yonder," or "He in yonder." And I was at school one time, and they laughed at me and laughed at me. Even when we went out to the playground, they were laughing at me, and they were asking me over and over again, "Where the teacher go? Where the teacher go?" "She in yonder." If we were outside and the teacher assistant came outside with us, but the main teacher would stay inside sometimes to like grade papers or to clean the class, and they were laughing at me because I was like, "She in yonder." Like, I would say like, "They're down yonder," but I grew up hearing my grandmama say, "Go in yonder." you know. Praying couple good said I would never do anything of the sort. I know, but it's not even just that. They were saying that YouTube may not push your content if they see that you have a certain amount of moderators. Then they were saying that some of your moderators might have your best interest at heart and just see that you're just having a conversation or something. And like I said, Led Farmer mentioned it too. He was like, but you may have one or two moderators in there that are secretly like blocking people from your page. And since you're having a conversation and you're not really paying attention, you may not see at the bottom of the screen where it says such and such just time this person out, or such and such just block this person. He was like, look, y'all, if I feel like somebody need to be blocked, I'll do it myself. He was like, but if somebody just get on here and have a difference of opinion, you can't block them from my page. That's what he was saying. He was like, you can't block them from my page. But he started receiving emails from people saying, hey, I've been following you for a long time now. You blocked me to the point where I can't even comment on your lives. So I don't know. I'm just trying it just to see. Yeah, I'm gonna bring mine back most definitely, because sometimes when I'm doing my languages, sometimes I'm looking away from the screen, or sometimes like if I have y'all set up while I'm down there getting my infusions or something, sometimes I'm not always paying attention to the screen. So some things can get through what I know are very, very disrespectful, or I don't even want to be on my screen, because if some kids are following me, which I know two people who are at the children's hospital across from where I received my treatment, they're also in the bone marrow unit. I don't want those kids that follow my page to see something that would make them feel some type of way. So I appreciate my mods for when they spot something that's really, really just like sexual content or something like that, they get rid of them. So I appreciate my mods. I want my mods, but I'm just gonna do this little experiment to see. I'm I'm gonna see if it makes a difference. Because I don't understand what's going on with my watch hours. I have been putting in the work, and at first it seemed like it was about to do something. As soon as I got, and I told my husband that too. I said it always seemed like every time I'm right at something, about to reach something, that's when it just all crumbles down. I'm like, what did I ever do to anybody in life? So I started doubting myself and everything, and I was saying I just wasn't gonna do it anymore. And I'm trying, y'all, but to go from having over 2,000 watch hours to being dropped down to 800, and now I'm at 900 watch hours, that was a big drop. That was a big drop. So it kind of discouraged me a little. And then I started receiving a lot of negative comments when I started practicing languages. You got some people out there that are calling me the N word, telling me that N words shouldn't be um, learning German. Why don't you learn some of your own language? Blah, blah. And, um, you know, things like that. So I started getting discouraged and didn't want to do YouTube anymore at all. I I'm going to admit I'm not a confrontational person. I don't like back and forth. I don't like sneakiness. I don't like when you do a video about something, then somebody else go and do a video where they talking about what you talked about, but they trying to get you told or whatever. I don't like stuff like that, because I feel like that's childish. That's childish. If you don't like what I say, or if you don't like my content, that's fine. But don't do this sneaky type of stuff. I don't like that, because if I come back at you, then I'll be wrong. And see, I'm the type where when I come back at you, I'm gonna come back sharp. I'm coming back sharp. Now, I try to be nice. I try to be cordial. And then you have people on here when I did a video a while back when I said like don't copy me. I don't like when people do that. You slick copy somebody and then you try to make it seem like no, it was just a trend. It was just a trend. Not when you copy every single thing somebody do. Not when you that's not a trend. That's and it's flatter that's not flattering. Imitation is not flattering. It is what it is. Imitation is you're imitating someone. It's not flattering. I don't know why y'all think these little lines y'all come up with is gone. Not y'all, but I'm just saying. Just because you come up with a little saying, a little cliche, that does not make it right. And I would say this, it always seems okay until it happens to you. I have a calendar where I actually, when I get ideas for videos, I actually mark it on my calendar. This is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. This is when I want to put this video out. This is when I want to put this video out. I keep a calendar and a notebook. And I know Praying Couple Cooking Series probably understand what I'm saying because I noticed they keep a notebook too. When they see people in their chat and things like that, they keep a notebook. When they have members, I think Miss Patty keeps it too. When they have members and they want to do a member shout out, they keep track of it. I keep track of my things. I try to be organized with everything. So when you have somebody come up behind you and you have put work into it, you have put research into it, you really invested in this, and then you have somebody come up behind you and they think it's a competition or something, they try to outdo you or they try to do the same exact thing you did, it's not flattering. It's not flattering at all. It turns into envy. That's what it turns into. It turns into envy. Just like we have somebody on here that does Steve Harvey impressions. She's good at it. Uh, what's her name? Drill Lachey. I think that's her name. I think her name is Drill Lachey. She does Steve Harvey, and when I tell y'all, it's hilarious. When I was up at the infusion room, I actually used to watch her Steve Harvey impressions, and I had all the nurses over there looking at it. I was like, look at it, look at it. Now, if somebody in our circle who knows that this is what she do start to do the Steve Harvey impression, y'all would see it then. It would be an issue then. But you have some people that say, "Oh, that's just flattering." No, it's not. That girl don't put her time and she put her heart into that. She get dressed up for it and everything. She planned it out. She have to actually find which track she wanna uh, do it over. It's everything. It's not the cliche that it has been made out to be. If somebody is getting hurt in the situation, it's okay to acknowledge, yes, I see this. So that's another thing that started to bother me. It was like people who are in the same circle should not be against each other. That's the that's the reason why I like this circle that I started being a part of, is because it seemed like everybody had the same goal to support each other and to be there for one another. You have people that's in the same circle that's being members for each other. Now, when I get it like that, oh yeah, y'all gonna know. But I don't have it like that right now. But you have some people that you see are members of like more than one channel. They are members on like five, six different channels. You hear their name being out there. You have people in this circle that will push you. They will post your video on their community wall. They will tell people, hey, go check out so and so. That's why I like this circle, because it's like everybody's trying to help everybody. It's all positive, it's all love, it's all based in just having the right heart. And I don't know, it's just some ease in there. I'm trying, Miss Patty. Miss Patty said, do your own thing. I'm sorry, I'm reading y'all comments. Yeah. Yep. I try to do my own thing, but then if I see that somebody else wants it, I don't know if y'all notice or not, but if I'm doing something and I see somebody else is starting to do the exact same thing, even down to the point where they will actually mimic the way I do it, I will stop doing that and I will start something totally different. See, that's one thing about when you believe in the Most High. The Most High puts something on your heart and on your spirit, He will give you something new. If He gave you an idea and somebody takes it over or somebody start doing it, God will give you a brand new idea. See, that's something that some people don't realize. You think you taking something from me, but the God that I pray to, I don't know who everybody else pray to, but the Most High, the Creator of all things, is who I pray to. And when I pray to Him and tell Him, hey, this is too much for me, because now I feel like I can't even grow in this, because every time I try to plant my feet, every time I try to get into it, somebody who has more than me, more established than me, will take it. And of course, they're going to get, the recognition for it because they have more than me. That same God will give me a brand new idea. People say, well, you do this and you do that. You need to find a niche. You find a niche. Okay. But I will tell you this, no matter what niche I find, no matter what niche I find, I'm going to put my all into it. I'm going to put my all into it. I'm going to try to come up with my own ideas. Even if I see that there's a trend, I'm going to put my own twist on it. I'm not going to try to do it exactly the way somebody in our circle is doing it. I am going to take the time. I don't do a trend as soon as it come out. I look at a few people and I might say to myself, ooh, but if I do that song, I want to do this. Like, like some people were tripping because I did that Aretha Franklin. They were like, I can't believe you did that with Aretha Franklin. She didn't say she was gonna kick down the door. Every time I saw that trend where people were showing their food with that song, I'm gonna knock on your door. Every time I saw that trend where people were showing like their food or something like that, in my head, I envisioned somebody knocking on the door, looking in the window, tapping on the side of the window. And that's why I did my trend like that. Because that was the idea that came to me while I was watching a trend. So that's the way trends are supposed to work. You're supposed to add your own flavor to it, your own sauce. I guess I can blame that on me being country too. I'm a country girl. We always gotta add a little touch of our own little zing. Even if we go to a picnic or something, if we bring the same food that somebody else brought, I guarantee you somebody at that picnic gonna say, but mine got that little kick. But mine got this. So everybody can do the same thing, but don't do it exactly the way the person did. You have to add your own flavor. Add your own kick. Add something that's going to make it yours. Don't just do it exactly like the person did it. Add your flavor. Y'all, but I'm finna go ahead and get my boys together. Serious S is in the building. I didn't even see you. I just see Miss Patty spoke to you. Thank y'all so much for coming in and joining me. I'm about to get my boys ready because I got to take them to the dentist today. I will let y'all know how they do. My anxiety is way up there because I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I got to breathe. I'm about to get them cleaned up and greased down like 2 pieces of chicken. Put them on their overalls and y'all pray for me. Y'all pray for me because when I'm by myself with two of them and they will take off running, and then people be just staring at you. Yeah. Y'all, keep me in your prayers, please. Keep my boys in y'all prayers. They mean well, but sometimes if they see something that's catching their eye, they just try to get to it. Until next time, thank you for the prayers. Thank y'all for the hugs. Thank y'all for watching. Well, let me say it in German. DJ Vince, where you at? Danke fürs Schauen. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Thanks for watching. Bye.